My name is Sadie Miller, and this is my persuasive speech, and these are my audience members. Many teens and adults seem to be so confident in their driving, they feel there is nothing that can distract them. So when they hear or feel their phone going off as they are driving down the road, it's no big deal to answer it, right? Wrong. It is a huge deal. Not only is it illegal, but it takes roughly 4.6 seconds to send a text message. So when a person is driving 55 miles per hour, it is the same as driving the length of a football field blind. So if 1 in 5 young drivers feel texting does not distract them when they are driving, that means that they are choosing to use their phone while on the road. They are not only risking their own life, but everyone's life around them. Distracted driving is defined as any activity that could divert a person's attention away from the primary task of driving. There are many, many different ways to be distracted. Some examples are talking, using the radio, reading, or navigating, and a popular one, texting. Texting is the greatest distraction because when a person texts, they use visual, manual, and cognitive attention. By using a cell phone, you are heightening your likeliness of getting in an accident. In 2011 alone, nearly 3,331 people are now dead because of distracted driving. This is up around 100 people from 2010. I surveyed 22 seniors at my high school. Out of all of them, only 3 people said that they have never texted while driving. So that means the other 19 have all texted while driving, even if it was just one time. It has been determined that in the 15 to 19-year-old range that were involved in crashes, 21% of them were being distracted by cell phone use. According to StopTextStopWrecks.org, 49% of drivers under age 35 choose to send and read text messages on a daily basis while driving. There was an online survey that included 2,000 people ages 15 to 19 years old. 86% admit to driving while distracted, and 84% admitted to knowing that it was dangerous. Why is my question for them. 34% of the teens feel that they are good at multitasking, so it's okay and that nothing bad will happen to them. 23 is the number of texts that a teen sends on average in 1 month while on the road. And 36% of teens were almost involved in a car accident because they or someone else couldn't wait to read or send a text while they were driving. They also concluded from the study that females are 2 times as likely to be using their cell phone while driving. As I'm sure you have concluded, that texting and driving is the #1 killer of American teens, but they may not be the only one to blame as to why they choose to do so. It has been proven by members of Distraction.gov that parents who text and drive make their kids feel comfortable with it, so when they drive, they don't see anything wrong with it. But there is something majorly wrong with teaching your kids it's okay to text and drive. Being distracted on the road is truly not much different than drinking and driving. If you are using your phone, it delays your reaction time as if you have a blood alcohol level of 0.08%. In fact, the chances of getting in an accident while texting and driving is 2 times greater than getting in one while drinking and driving. Just as drinking and driving is not allowed for anyone in Minnesota, texting is not allowed either for anyone. Some think that if you are over 18 is okay, but it is never safe or legal. Texting and driving has become such a problem that they came up with a new word for it, intextification, which is when someone becomes disengaged with their surroundings because they are too mentally preoccupied with the cell phone. Many teens and adults only live in the moment. Most do not plan for what lies ahead. So when it comes to the consequences of it, they don't consider death as a possibility. Deanira Logan didn't either, so now her family is left behind to pick up the pieces. DJ, as they called her, was a 17-year-old senior at Byron High School. September 4th was her first and last day of her senior year. She was distracted as she drove to school that day and ran into the back of a school bus and was killed immediately. Her parents gathered the 155 other seniors at Byron High School to tell them what had happened and what the cause was. They want to work to prevent it from happening to others. Their message to the student body was, 7 weeks ago today, our daughter died in a tragic car accident. With the investigation of the accident now complete, You can imagine the details about our daughter's untimely death is devastating to our family, her friends, and those that knew DJ. Her error in judgment as a teenager in this brief moment in time was paid for with the highest price ever, her life. We would much rather be grounding her for this mistake than never hearing her laughter fill the house again. Cell phones are a distraction for many while driving. As parents, we need to educate and live by example by limiting our phone use while in the car. Our beautiful DJ was a good kid with good grades, great friends, a perfect driving record, and loved life. She made a mistake, like all teenagers do, in the process of growing up. Except this time, there is no growing up. We can only pray that others can learn from her. As the days keep passing, her 2013 graduating class, Byron's students, and surrounding supportive communities, please remember DJ's life-changing lesson. Don't text and drive. We cannot thank everyone enough for the unbelievable support that our family has received through this extremely difficult time. As you can see in the picture, this was her vehicle looked like after the accident. So as you're texting and driving, think about all your loving family members. How will they feel when one day your luck runs out and you are gone? Another consequence that people do not consider is the possibility of them killing an innocent human being because you couldn't wait to send a text message or read one. Someone else is now dead, and you are the only cause. They did nothing wrong. Rachel Gannon found out about this the hard way. This is Rachel Gannon. She was a typical 16-year-old girl from Kansas City, Missouri. She did things typical teenagers do, like text and drive. Problem was, her luck ran out. Rachel was texting when she became aware that she was about to go in the ditch. She overcorrected herself and ran into Loretta Larimer, age 72, who also had her 10-year-old granddaughter as a passenger. Loretta was killed. Her granddaughter only had minor injuries but still lost a grandmother. Loretta's family is still very devastated to this day, and they just can't believe that their beloved daughter, wife, mother, aunt, and grandma is gone because Rachel couldn't wait to text her friend or just pull over quickly. Rachel was certified to be tried as an adult. She has been charged with involuntary manslaughter and third-degree assault, which gets her 4 years in prison, and also texting and driving, which is serving 1 year in jail and a $200 fine. The family of Loretta would also like her to spread awareness about texting and driving to hold her accountable for what she has done. There are many things that can go wrong with texting and driving. They are trying to find solutions to control texting and driving so more people do not have to deal with the death of loved ones. Some ideas are apps that send calls to voicemail and silence the cell phones while they are in a moving vehicle. Some apps that are being made will even send a text message back when receiving one saying, "Sorry, I can't talk right now, I'm driving." Police are trying to urge people to get these apps but feel they will be slow to catch on to. From this, I hope you all have learned that no good will ever come from choosing to text and drive. Even if nothing has happened to you yet, nothing is worth risking your life or someone else's. Texting while driving has so many risks, and the positives do not even come close to outweighing the negatives. So when you are about to pick up your phone to send a text or read one, please put it down. I don't want to lose my life because you are making a bad choice, and I'm sure your family does not want to lose you.